What's up, guys? My name's Colton. I'm an alcoholic.
What's up, guys? I'm Ferg. I'm an alcoholic.
We are with the outpatient program here at Renaissance Ranch and happy to be introducing you guys to a new app that we've developed. This is something that I personally would have loved to have in early recovery. Some of the things that the app entails, it has the ability to allow you to do your PI every night.
What?
Your PI, yeah, personal inventory. It also has a bunch of other different things as far as your dailies. And what this app does is it tracks your dailies.
Say what?
Exactly. So as we're going through the app, the platform is gamified. So say I'm doing my dailies and Jake's not doing his dailies. I just got to take a look at the leaderboard and be like, scoreboard. You know what I mean? Step
Life
your game
changer.
up. Yeah. On top of that, the app is full of different assignments, different readings from the big book. This thing is fully loaded and tailored to everything that we would have needed in early recovery. So just wanted to say we're extremely, extremely excited to roll this out and wanted to give you guys a warm welcome.
So everything I need for my early recovery on to my recovery for life is available from one app?
In one app. Yeah.
Woo!
Just for
Fire
today.
starter. Just for today.
Oh yeah, fire starter, baby! Hey, this is Preston, and just for today, I'm going to give you a little walkthrough on the app, how it works, kind of a quick brief tutorial, kind of why it was designed, and kind of the purpose behind it, but kind of give you the high-level 10,000 foot view on a few of the features, and then let you kind of dig into the rest. So when you log in, a lot of people get confused here at the top, the email password. So that's after you've already created an account. You put in your email and password to get back in if it logs you out. So look down below the login, below the purple button, log in there and see register. Right there is where you want to click on and register and fill out that info. I've already registered, so I'm just going to sign in real quick so I can show you guys what's going on in the app. When you get in, this is kind of the interface you're looking at. Right off the bat, just want to let you know this has different security levels. So depending on if you're a family member, if you're a client, or just some random guy that this app was shared with you, that's cool. Our guys can share this app with whoever they want. It's got great resources in it, but there are different levels of security. So when you register, it might take, maybe a day, maybe 2 days for internally our staff to get you entered in with the right credentials. But once you're in, you're in. After 3 days, if you don't have a login, go ahead and swipe over at the bottom. There's actually 12 features here. I'm just swiping back and forth between them so you can see. But swipe right, that top left, request access. You'll click that, request access to app on the top, and you'll be entered in pretty quick. And so once you're in, you'll have all 12 features shown. Again, you might not be able to get into all of them. Let's start off with a client. Now, if you're a client, the biggest thing you want to be doing every day is your daily check-in. That's the top middle one there. You click that. Basically, it's real simple. You do your daily check-in every day. Recommend it. We do it at the end of the day. That way you have enough time to get all the action item stuff in. You can earn up to 15 points for doing your daily check-in. It's 7 questions. There's a daily check-in scoreboard, so you can kind of track over time kind of where you're at. This is kind of my dummy account that we use for testing as we're building the app, but we've got all this data that will be tracked, how many days in a row. That's your day streak that you've done your daily check-in, total submissions, and your total score. So I'm going to run through this really super fast and kind of see how the points work. So as soon as you click on your daily check-in, click start. The first question is worth 5 points. All the other questions are worth 2 points. So if you click yes, that you hit a meeting, what was your takeaway? I'm just going to put test, but you'd put in kind of what your takeaway was for the meeting. And click next. I'm just going to go quickly all through these and not put anything. So at the end, you'll see I got 5 points. But if I said yes to any of these questions I'm about to rip through, you'd get 2 points for each of these. So if you did your PI, your personal inventory, if you checked in with a sponsor, an alumni recovery coach, spiritual reading, if you read in the big book, 12 and 12, put your takeaway that you kind of got out of it there for the day. If you did a 10-minute meditation, if you did a workout or had worked out where you had your heart rate up for at least 20 minutes. There's also a fitness tracker in the app. We'll go over that here in a bit. But the last thing, you'll put in kind of what you're grateful for. This is a big thing in recovery, just having that attitude of gratitude, right? So you'll put in what you're grateful for. Once you click finish, it'll show your score. For example, this shows 5. So when I click done, it'll automatically take me right over to the leaderboard. And once I'm in the leaderboard, it reminds you, stop. Don't forget to enter your daily or weekly check-in score below. So that's that bottom right plus sign above the message icon there. So you click that. You kind of click right under your scores, kind of where it's clickable. You put in your score and save it. And then that will just automatically update right there. So I'm not really a leader. John Doe's not a real person. Preston, that's my evil twin or my better half. I mean, these are all just dummy accounts for the most part, guys. So it's going to be really cool to see and watch all you guys as you start to get your stuff in. Now, you might be thinking, hey, well, what if I'm a new guy? Some guys have been here, for months as it is. Well, great. So you can also filter this by month, week, or day. And your recovery coach or someone might have little incentives, for leaderboard stuff. But at the end of the day, guys, look, this is just mainly for fun. Yeah, it's kind of help hold us accountable, but let's make this more of something that we encourage each other to just get on there. Really, consistency is a key piece of this. Russ does an amazing group. I'm just going to show you this real quick. Watch this. This is really awesome. This will relate to the leaderboard. If you go to learn, the top right there, this is going to blow your mind. So bottom, interactive groups, that third one down. We're having some of our guys where we're filming their best groups that they do. So the third one down is Russ's, consistency over intensity. So this is an awesome group that he does. There's questions in here you can kind of follow along, but the first part, he wants you to watch a Joe Rogan podcast. You just copy the link there, throw it in your browser, watch that, and then go through the rest of the questions here. But it's all about being consistent with our recovery. If we're doing we're getting 15 points a day every day, and in the leaderboard, we're ranked way high. I mean, that might be a little bit of a concern. Really. If you're doing too much all the time, burnout is a real thing in recovery. I've had a lot of friends, but I've been burned out myself. You're just doing too much, you get out of balance. You're not showing up to work because there's a balance here. And so, the guy who's in the lead might want to challenge that a little bit. Maybe not a ton, right? Because if everyone's in balance, great. But that you might want to challenge that a little bit. If you're last place, definitely get expected to get some call outs. Or if guys are noticing you're slacking off. Look, we're a recovery family. We're gonna hold each other accountable with love, right? And we're gonna. This is kind of a fun way to do it. Is the leaderboard. But here's the cool thing: all your points, they're all tracked. If we come back over here to the check-ins, we've got your daily check-in scoreboard, right? So this will show the total score. Then we go in your weekly check-in scoreboard. This is going to show you how many we got, total for the week. Once a month or so, you're going to get with one of the staff. The ranch store is going to be open. You can trade those points for swag, prizes. We're going to have Yeti coolers, paddle boards for lifetime. You could buy raffle tickets. So we're going to raffle off some crazy cool stuff, 3 or 4 times a year at our retreat that we do. Our alumni retreat. So it's gonna be banana sandwich. It's gonna be awesome. So all those points are gonna mean something. So make sure you work hard to get those. Man, I wish I had this in early recovery, man. This would have been freaking awesome. All right, so on your weekly check-ins, you're doing 2 of them on Monday, right? You're doing your weekly check-in and your daily check-in. Tuesday through Saturday, you're just doing the daily check-in. All right, so let's move on. Go through the toolbox. I'm not going to go through every single one of these things. Essentially, in the books, we've got the big book, 12 of 12. Then we've got podcasts. We've got the Band of Brothers podcast on here, Family Addiction Recovery podcast. We've got the PIs, where you can do your PIs. You can click that to go through a type form and fill that out. And you can actually take a picture of it, right, and it saves it right here in the app. We've got your, some stuff in the meditation, a cool goal setting worksheet. If you need to find a meeting in person or online, just click through that. If it's an NA, you want an NA meeting, AA meeting, take you right to aa.org. Won't do it here on my web version, but in the native app it'll work. It goes right there. You can put in the zip code, find a meeting. We've got personal budget. So Damien, our CFO, put together a really cool training. There's a link to the spreadsheet where he goes through and helps you set up your own personal budget. Man, this would have been huge for me in early recovery. I couldn't manage money. Money was managing me. I got to the end of the month and there's more every month. There's more month at the end of the money. That seem familiar? So anyway, so this personal budget, I went through it. It's awesome. I actually did it with my wife and I the other day, and it's really cool. I've got another one on a spreadsheet, but I wanted to see what he did and use what he uses, and it's really cool. So this is a gift that he did for everybody, just to kind of have this on here. He takes his sponsees through it. Totally recommend taking advantage of that. So looking for a sponsor, right there. Guys will be signing up to be sponsors. We've already got a few there. Also, if you want to become a sponsor, if you're at that point where you're feeling ready, fill out this little form. We'll get you on this very app here. If you ever want to change your status from if you're getting too full to not accepting sponsees anymore, you do that right here as well. We also have a meeting scheduler. You can look through that, recovery media. We got a lot of cool stuff in here. Under the learn, we've got the 12 steps in here. All the the readings, worksheets for the 12 steps that we do in res. Stuff that you've never seen. Really cool stuff. 10 Principles of Recovery. Not sure if you've heard of that. Trish Barris, she is a PhD. She teaches positive psychology, kind of the approach to healing addiction that way. And she's taught at the University of Utah for 20 years. And she's licensed us her program, basically. Kind of a modern leading edge stuff. A lot of research has gone into what she has put into these 10 principles that are just really awesome. I already kind of went through the interactive groups with you. You know what's there. Okay, now I saved the best for last, right? Going through recovery, there are certain milestones that we hit. 30 days, 60 days. So if you click on Recovery Family, bottom left there, you'll start to see different badges next to different people's names. And so what that is, well, swipe right here, go down to badges, bottom right. We've got different badges. If you click on how to earn badges, you'll see here what all the badges mean. So take a minute to do that. What the Golden Heart badge is, that's the most prestigious badge you can get. You got to be actually nominated for that. But these different badges you earn going through your recovery process, and we just like to honor everybody. It's hard work going through recovery. So as you get those, we'll get those added in. If by chance, look, our recovery coaches, therapists, everyone's super busy. So if you don't see your badge show up within a week or so, just fill out this request a badge. It's the third one down here that you see. And it's just a few questions on a form. Fill that out, send it to us, and we'll get you the badge here on the app as soon as we can. Nominate a brother for the Golden Heart. If you want to nominate a brother for that, you can read more about that here in the How to Earn Badges. But that's super cool. Really awesome badge there. So that's about it. If you ever want to share the app, feel free to. It's that top right button. Just have someone pull out their camera, kind of scan that. It'll pull up the app so they can download it. Like I mentioned in the beginning, there's different security levels for this app. And so if you were to share this app with your spouse or a family member, they can go to the family program. You won't have access into some of the things in here, and they won't have access into, for example, they won't be able to see all the clients on the leaderboard. So there's just kind of different access levels. But in the family program, if they click that, they'll have an awesome link that goes to we got 5 classes for family members. They're taught by the different family educators each week. They're just amazing. I'm sure you've heard about it. But your family members can get into that. In fact, this is actually open to the public. A lot of this stuff. The only thing that's not is the Utah Family Private Group Wall and the Idaho Family Private Group Wall. But the family members, once they register, they'll get access to that. It's kind of have another level of support there, and announcements, that sort of thing for them. There's also the Family Addiction Recovery Podcast. Rick and Christy have had on multiple clinicians. Me and Tyson were actually on the first episode. Rick and Christy are, of course, our parents. And they kind of share the story. If you want to hear our story, kind of where it began, this podcast covers it. It's kind of cool. But all the webinars, amazing staff. I mean, Lane's been on them, Matt, the Kendalls, Tyson, some of these webinars are really, really awesome, different topics. So if you're ever driving somewhere, definitely just at least listen to those. Those are really cool. So that is that. Now, one thing I do want to remind you of is when you sign up for this app, if it asks you to accept notifications, definitely click yes, because we're going to send you notifications every day to remind you to do your check-ins. You don't want to forget that, guys. These points are going to add up. And let me show you the store real quick. Bottom left, it's a little bare right now. I only have the hats in so far, but you can imagine we're gonna have all sorts of prizes in here. That these, once you get your points, you can redeem for different things. And this is kind of a carousel. You can swipe right, swipe left, and kind of look at all the stuff there. But we try to get Colton to model him. He wants an extra check for that, so we're gonna have to see what we're gonna do there. But anyway, we're gonna have some fun with the ranch store. At the bottom left is a calendar link. There next to the home, very bottom left, we've got the outpatient calendar here. This shows everyone's, what's on the calendar. Jameson keeps us updated. This is a link to a calendar he manages. So for day group, evening group, when all the times are, alumni, that sort of thing. Okay, and last but not least, I'm going to go over the chat or the chat wall, community wall, whatever you want to call it. It's the very bottom right there. It is the icon that you can click on. Community wall, click on the right community wall, IOP squad wall, for example. This has all the different squads. At the top, though, that top thread, general chat for all, you can go into that, and it's just like GroupMe. You can leave memes, and just kind of great way to keep everyone informed on what's going on, just kind of connect with guys. We also have the online squad. This is a group chat for online squad only. Then we have Bill's Brothers, Serenity Seekers, and Rancheros there. I think we might have and more. We got Boiled Owls. All right, lastly, if you don't have access to these features yet, it usually takes a day or two to get access. You can always request access. It kind of probably expedites that a little bit, that top left icon. Request access, very top, request access to app. Just a few questions you'll fill out. It's all reviewed by a live person, but then we can get you access pretty quick. I think that is it. So welcome to the app, and I hope you enjoy it. Make sure you use it. It works if you work it. All right, we'll see you.